It's not that difficult, folks. But the problem is that you guys are not seeing forward. You guys are not seeing forward. You guys are looking backwards and trying to, enforce your laws as white people to the people of southern hemisphere en masse. You have to follow our laws. It's called the rule-based order, and the rule-based order means there's going to be a lot of bloodletting over there at the periphery of the empires because apparently the natives are not happy with us. Fuck the natives. We send a black guy there to make sure it's not a race thing. Of course it is. Let's let's just say I'm not the uniqueness that is Israel has a more closer relationship with uniqueness that is Uncle Sam, its managers, than the uniqueness that is Pakistan. It's their uniqueness, but one is favored over the others more. Why? They just happen to because they just happen to immigrate from Europe to that region, which is Asia, from white majority areas of this planet when they went to brown majority areas of this planet, and that's the only distinguishing factor. These core uniquenesses that are dying. The guy's like, guy from New York and is getting paid to fight at the periphery of the empire. He gets paid. He was getting paid to fight, somewhere else at the peripheries of the white empire, and unfortunately he passed in the skirmishes. Uniqueness is gone. Here's the thing: when direct democracy, if there was direct democracy right now, everybody could, vote with their cell phone at the same time, push the same button. It's not that difficult to go towards a direct democracy. You can start it at the municipality level. Go towards direct democracy with the use of your digital tablets, your phones. They all have a unique digital signal. They all have a unique voice in the communications empire, and based on that, if you can secure the phone or the computer, whatever, if you can secure one thing that your citizens are using, then you can actually vote for a direct democracy. That means like 51%. A 51% vote to stop supplying more weapons and money to a certain area where there is a skirmish. If a direct democracy would happen, that any citizens understand that if you stop supplying arms, some kind of a civil solution needs to be reached when people don't have arms to fight. So, and then you get mad that Russia goes and gets arms from North Korea, sort of like buys arms from North Korea. Sort of like, no, 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 they shouldn't help each other. We are trying to spread our empire. They should not be helping each other to prevent us from spreading our empire. Hubris. Folks, you can spread an empire through universities. If the idea is not very purely racial, you can spread an empire through mixing by erecting universities. If you believe you have the right way, you have found the right way of doing things, erect universities in different parts of earth and start teaching the natives how to do things the right way. If you would think you have got the right way, which it seems you have, by the way that you are keeping your land peaceful. But what is this idea that if we can't get it our way in some at the periphery of the empire, then we're going to change the rules? Are you changing the rules for the better, or are you changing the rules for the worse? Wherever people are, they should stop, just put their arms down, and see if they can live on the same streets together. I think they can. They're primates. They're all around primates. Here's the thing, there is no difference with 6 degrees of, with understanding the idea of 6 degrees of separation, or even less, 2, 3 degrees of separation. You cannot prevent people at the periphery of the empires to manipulate the important players at the center of the empire, especially because you pick your important players based on who can stimulate the crowd better, who does the crowd likes better, not based on their intellect, but based on who can manipulate the crowd better. Who can infuriate the masses more, so more people gather around his you know soapbox and vote for him. Who can infuriate more people? This is going to end up in war. Infuriated people start wars, or wars can be much better justified to infuriated people. Fox News has been trying to infuriate people, inflame people for a long time. They're different than us. Then they're brown and they're red. They don't understand. They're stupid. Their uniqueness, Mr. Fox. You go to the zoo for the uniqueness of the fucking place. You don't go there for the smell. And you want the uniquenesses. You want the Korea there so you can go to their bazaar. You can go to their shopping area because it's different from your shopping area. That's a uniqueness. The most damning thing I heard, about Uncle Sam's land is that somebody else told me that you know it all looks the same. You go to Chicago and you go to you go to New York and you get off the plane. It all looks the same. The same McDonald's, the same Burger King, the same Shake Shack, the same Shack Shake, and it's the whole thing is there is no difference because you're destroying the difference in Palestine. You need a McDonald's there. In reality, because have you noticed? Apparently, McDonald's. I didn't believe it, but first I had to look it up and see. Yeah, apparently McDonald's have been giving more free food at the peripheries of the empire for the soldiers that are fighting for the empire. Surprise! This uniqueness you're trying to destroy in that area. They're a unique group of people. You know, they're Arab, Muslim. You know, with this ethnicity and these genetic information and this genetic line over there in Palestine, you're destroying it, and you're saying, no, 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 you don't need to exist. You don't understand. You don't need to. I exist. That's all that is important. You don't need to exist. What is important is my existence. I mean, watching you guys is a comedy. That you're picking up machine guns and going and shooting people and saying that no, your existence is not welcomed on the planet. My existence is important. You are crowding my space, so I'm going to shoot you. Folks, most of the space on your planet is empty. Most of the space on your planet is empty. You gather in these small, dense areas called cities, and then you call them cities and counties and states and countries, and you start selling some kind of fake uniqueness about yourself. Okay, uniqueness, yes, okay, but your uniqueness is not any more special than their uniqueness. They also need to exist within their paradigm in their uniqueness. There is no need to introduce them to better ideas. No, no, your uniqueness does not need to exist. We need to introduce you to first Christianity, second capitalism, third democracy. Their uniqueness was not good. They have to. Everybody has to follow the same shedhead with the same funny hat. No, folks, you have to put. If democracy has to work, money has to come out because money tips the scales in favor of those who have it. It's that simple. Money tips the scales for those people who have it. If it's like saying that those who have six fingers should rule us, that means you're tipping the scale in favor of those people with six fingers in each hand. Any qualification that you come between electing people to rule us and the people who end up ruling us, if you try to tip the scale with money, with anything but intelligence and how much they know, if you try to tip the scale of democracy from people who know shit, really know shit, philosophers in your tribe that you recognize, that are recognized by your universities, those philosophers should be the ones you go and say, hey, we think you should make a good leader because you know a lot of shit. A lot of shit. So why don't you come and be part of the ruling council? And then the next professor who has been teaching and learning for 40 years in some university, you take them out of a fucking dust bowl because they're the most ignored members of the society. Those who have been teaching for 30 years, it's just they get a wage and they're living, but they're the most ignored members of society. Those people who know shit, they're ignored or vilified, like Elon Musk. They vilify the motherfucker, sort of like, dude, you do understand that he has shown that he can see a few steps ahead. You do understand that. He has shown it. Why are you trying to vilify him? Mr. John Oliver the British, ever imperialist, ever willing to push bad ideas, bad British ideas. This idea of building an empire through force. We have to force Christianity down their throat, and then we have to force capitalism under their throat. And these are all colonialist ideas with one objective: to try to make more money, more wealth in this planet. It has had nothing to do with their form of religion or their form of government or their form of economy. It has had to do with expanding the empire, the British way, through force. You can, what is an empire? It's a sphere of influence. How can you expand a sphere? Can you not expand a sphere of influence through force? You can expand the sphere of influence through love. That is basically, hey, I love you because you put up a university in my city. I love you for that. Not a military base, but a university. And hey, you put up 100 showers over here in Cairo for the homeless. In Cairo. You don't even take care of your homeless in Los Angeles. Sort of like, no, no, no. We live in our gated communities and we just, what's the word for it, Mr. Billmore? Quetch about it? Quetch about it? That why they're homeless. I live in my multi-million dollar home, but I quetch about the homeless. Quetch? 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 This is your society. Forget about taking the homeless in Cairo, taking care of the homeless in Cairo. You're beating the natives in West Asia, and then you're ignoring the homeless in your city, but you have the gall to sit in front of the camera and say, yeah, these motherfuckers should do something about it. Kill them, and then when you're done with them, kill these homeless too. Yeah, Mr. Bill Maher. Yeah, you're something. You're the, you know. Apparently, you don't get out much, Mr. Bill Maher. You gotta get out more. I mean, go to Africa, go to Asia, go to, Middle East. For a couple of years, do your shows from there. Do some international shows, Mr. Bill Maher. You gotta move internationally. And see the shit and see they're also humans. They're just not you know some faraway distances on the map, and make some friends with the locals in those shitholes. Yeah, they will bring you their best tricks, and they will try to entertain you, but you got to try to be friends with them. Sitting in your own puddle and telling people that the people living in that puddle, they should be eliminated because their uniqueness is not as special as my uniqueness. It's not going to go anywhere. I mean, imagine you're killing 10 Teslas in Palestine right now. Up to now, let's say between these 20,000 people, there were 10 Teslas. Maybe, you know, it's the Schrodinger's cat. Maybe, maybe not. Could have been. Could have, would have, should have. Their uniqueness, you don't think can produce Teslas or Nietzsche's? It's a genetic information. It forms how it forms, where it forms. Just imagine between these 10,000, 20,000 people that have been killed in Gaza. Now imagine there were 10 equivalent of Teslas, cousins of Teslas, and Khwarazmis and Sinas and Rumis. The smart people are not in charge because the smart people are gathering dust in Arizona. Mr. Chomsky.